Hey guys, what's up? My name is Caitlin and I just had a rhinoplasty 5 weeks ago. So I thought I would go through a quick little Q&A. I have a whole list of questions here that I'm going to answer because I feel like this would have been super useful for me when I was researching my nose job. So let's get started. Let me give you guys a quick little shot of what my nose looks like now, 5 weeks post-op. So here's the front. Looking really good, not as swollen as it was in my last video. And then here's the side. I'm absolutely obsessed with my side profile. I feel like the swelling is going down so much. And honestly, I just couldn't be happier with how my nose turned out. It looks so natural. And I feel like if you didn't know me, you wouldn't even know that I got a nose job. So yeah, let's go through some questions. This is kind of going to be like speed dating. I'm going to try to go as fast as I can without blabbing too much, so let's go. So first up, I'm going to answer the question that everyone is most keen to know. How much was my surgery? So I flew to Istanbul, Turkey, and my surgery cost 3,300 euros. So my deposit I paid was 300, and then when I went for the surgery, I paid the other 3,000 cash. The deposit I did send through Wise, which is like a mobile banking. So yeah, that's how I sent the deposit. Who was my surgeon and how did I pick him? So the surgeon I went to was Dr Umur Akiner in Istanbul. I found him by getting on TikTok and searching closed rhinoplasties in Istanbul. So some of his videos popped up and I went to his TikTok page. I absolutely loved how all of the noses looked. So then I went straight over to Instagram, did my little scrolling. I probably scrolled for like a good at least 30 minutes just looking at all of the noses and analyzing and watching all of his story highlights. And yeah, I just really liked the look of his noses. They didn't look too piggy looking, which is something I was really trying to avoid. So yeah, I liked the look of his natural noses, and I ended up looking up his name on like Facebook groups and Reddit, just anywhere I could find information about him. And unfortunately, there was not a lot of info about him online, so really I kind of just took a risk. I just went for it. I did end up messaging, I think, 2 different people who had also went with him, and they had good experiences. So even just speaking with one other person that had a good experience with him gave me so much reassurance. Once you actually speak with someone who had surgery with him, it kind of just like clicks, like, okay, I can do this. So yeah, I just decided to go for it, and I'm so happy that I did. How long did I have to stay in Turkey? I had to stay in Turkey for a total of 9 nights, 10 days. So I went there the day before my consultation. I had my consultation. The next day I had surgery, and then I got my cast off a week later, and then I left the very next day. Did you take the transfer and hotel package? I decided not to take the package with my surgeon because I believe they wanted 1,500 euros. I don't even remember. I just know it was too expensive that I was like, oh no, absolutely not. Because if you look at Airbnbs or even hotels in Istanbul, it is so cheap to stay there. So I would recommend staying in your own place. I ended up picking an Airbnb, which was only a 7-minute walk from my doctor's office. So I was able to walk to my consultation, walk back, and then on the day I got my cast removed, I also walked to that. So that saved me 4 taxis right there. I only spent, I believe it was $600 for the 9 nights, which is extremely affordable. I had a whole kitchen, I had a washer and dryer, I had air conditioning, I had heating, I had a full living room. So yeah, I had everything I needed. And then for the transfer part, I ended up booking my own transfer on A to B transfers. I paid 100 euros round trip to and from the airport, and they picked me up in a Mercedes Maybach. And it had the big TV and like the lights, like it just felt very luxury. So I'm so happy I did it because that was seriously awesome. Did I take any taxis and how much did they cost? Yes, I did have to take a taxi on the day of my surgery and then the next day going home from my surgery. So I decided to book a taxi on the Uber app. I scheduled it ahead of time and had no problems at all. My surgery was at 8 o'clock in the morning, so I had to be there by 6 a.m. So I just scheduled a taxi for 5:30 in the morning, and yeah, they were there waiting for me right on time. The taxi only cost about $7. And then on the way back, when I left the hospital, I just asked the nurses to call me a taxi. So they were able to do that, and the price of that was only 80 Turkish lira to get back, which I'm not really too sure what the math is. I'll put it on here after I do it. But yeah, I ended up giving him 200 lira because he was so nice, and he like helped me with my bags and like helped me get to the door. So yeah, I gave him a little tip just because why not? How did I prepare for surgery? So about 2 weeks before surgery, I started taking vitamin C pills. So I would take one of those every day, and then the week before surgery, I was drinking so much pineapple juice. I probably drank like 4 liters of pineapple juice that week, which I don't know, I guess that's not that much, but a couple glasses a day. I also tried to eat a healthy, well-balanced diet, so I was eating fruits and vegetables and just healthy meals like chicken and rice, stuff like that. Did I take arnica or bromelain before surgery? I did not. There's so much word on the internet that you should be taking these things before surgery, but yeah, they said not to, that I would only be taking it after surgery, so I didn't. What was it like after waking up from anesthesia? When I woke up, I was out for about 6 or 7 hours, and when they woke me up, I just woke up to them saying wake up and like lightly tapping me, and when I woke up I felt completely fine. I just was like shivering, like I was so cold, so I didn't have any bad experiences with that. I know some people do get sick and have other side effects, but yeah, the only thing was that I was freezing. How did I feel after waking up? I was not in any pain at all. I kind of was just really uncomfortable, and my lips were so chapped and my mouth was so dry. So literally as soon as I was like actually awake, I was like fiending for my Vaseline to put on my lips because they were so dry. So yeah, I wasn't in any pain. I just really needed some lip balm, so make sure you have some Vaseline. Did I use all the painkillers that they gave me for surgery? I did not end up needing all of them. The painkillers that I had, I think I was supposed to take like 4 a day. I will say the first day after surgery, I probably did take all 4. And then the second day, I probably only took 3. And then the next day, I only took 2. And I kind of just like went down to 2 for the rest of the week because I wasn't in pain. So I was like, why am I taking pills if I don't need it? Did I bruise? I did not really bruise. So when you get a closed rhinoplasty, you are less likely to bruise. That was the main reason why I wanted a closed rhinoplasty, because 1, I didn't want to bruise, and 2, I didn't want any cuts or scars on my face. But yeah, I will say on day 3 post-op, my eyes were a little yellow, like right in here. But yeah, it was not anything serious. Like the bruise was literally like that big. Like it literally was just the corner of my eye. So yeah, I didn't really bruise at all. Did I lose taste? No, I did not lose taste at all. I will say the first 24 hours after surgery, I did not eat. They brought me some food after surgery and it just looked disgusting. It was soup, bread, and mashed potatoes. I took maybe 2 bites of the mashed potatoes. I couldn't even chew the bread just because like my mouth was so like numb. And I just drank the juice box that they gave me. And then I did not eat until basically until I got home the next night in my Airbnb, because I didn't really eat the breakfast either. Did I have to sneeze at all? I think like day 4 or 5 I did have a sneeze coming, but I held it in. So no, I did not sneeze during my recovery, thank God. So I don't know what that's like. What was sleeping like? Sleeping was literally the worst part of this whole experience, I swear. I am very much a side sleeper, so having to sleep with like 2 or 3 pillows and not being able to sleep on my side, it was seriously horrible. I did have a neck pillow, so I used that. But yeah, it probably took me a good 2 hours every single night to fall asleep. And I even brought melatonin, and I swear it was just keeping me up longer. The one night I didn't take melatonin is the night I fell asleep in like 2 minutes. So yeah, do what you want with that information. Was I able to move around fine by myself after surgery? When I woke up from surgery, I probably laid in bed for a good 45 minutes to an hour, and then I was like, okay, I need to get my phone. So I like sat up and I pushed the call nurse button to take the IV out of my arm, and I was like, I could walk fine. The nurse kept telling me to slow down and like take it easy. So yeah, I felt completely fine right after surgery. Like I could get up and go to the bathroom just fine. Did it hurt to take the cast off? I wouldn't say it hurt. It was just more uncomfortable. Honestly, them taking the splints out was not bad at all. It went seriously so fast. It was just more uncomfortable. I would say the worst part was when my surgeon was rubbing my nose. He was doing it for a good like minute, just going like this. And it just feels like a big bruise on your face. So just think about someone like putting pressure on a bruise. I did not like that at all. It seriously makes me cringe just thinking about it. That was seriously the worst part of this whole process, was getting the cast off and him massaging my nose. Oh my god, I don't even want to think about it. Did I like what my nose looked like when the cast came off? I think it's normal to not like your nose as soon as you see it, because one, it's swollen as hell, and two, you've looked the same your whole life and now you look completely different. So yeah, when you do get your cast off, don't be scared. Don't cry. It's gonna be okay. And you're gonna love your new nose. Like, look at my nose. It's been a month and the swelling has already gone down so much. Like, if you go back and look at my other video, to like the first time I took all of my bandages off, my nose was so big, and that was like 3 or 4 weeks ago. So yeah, just a month later, like I already look so much different than I did then. So I can't wait to see how it looks in the next few months. What is the top thing I cannot forget to pack? Ice packs and Vaseline. Like I said, your lips are going to be so chapped, so you better have some sort of lip balm, preferably something better than just a regular chapstick. Like, you need Vaseline or Aquaphor for sure. And then you are gonna need ice packs, because at least for me, I was very swollen on like day 1, 2, 3, even day 4 post-op. My eyes were pretty puffy and my cheeks were so puffy. I think day 3 is when I like looked like a freaking like squirrel. Like, my cheeks were like this. So yeah, make sure you have ice packs. Make sure you have good ice packs. I bought like the circle ones that you can put on your eyes, and they were pretty good, but when they are like rock solid, hard, and frozen, you have to like hold them on your face unless you're literally laying like straight down. So that was kind of annoying, having to like hold them onto place. But if I could do it over again, I would have bought like one of those ice packs that goes over your whole face, one that has like cutouts so you can still see. Yeah, I wish I would have had one of those, because honestly I really needed it for my cheeks as well, and all I had was the eye ones. I'll tell you guys some things that I did pack that I didn't end up using. So I have a little list here on my phone of things that I packed, and I'll just tell you real quick if I used them or if I didn't use it throughout the week. Okay, arnica pills. I did not buy those because my doctor said not to. I did use arnica gel cream to put like on my face and on my nose after I took the cast off. Yeah, I don't really think it did anything for me, to be honest. I did pack straws. I did use straws the whole week. I would suggest bringing straws, especially like the first 2 days. You're gonna need a straw. Ice packs, we already went over that. You do need that. I had ice roller. I didn't end up getting one, but I kind of wish I did, just for my cheeks. Makeup wipes and baby wipes. You need both of these. I didn't shower for the first 2 or 3 days. I just didn't have the strength or energy to do it. So yeah, I would recommend both of those things, especially makeup wipes to like clean your face. Q-tips. Yes, you're gonna need a lot of Q-tips. I went through at least 100 just in a week. So keep that in mind. Dry mouth spray or gel. I did end up buying a dry mouth gel. I only used it one time, because the one time I did need it, like my mouth really was dry as hell, and this did help. But yeah, I only used it one time, and I think it was the day of surgery when I was trying to go to bed. Bromelain supplements. I didn't end up buying these until after my surgery, and I have been taking them every day. I would recommend to get them for after surgery. Gauze and medical tape. This is one of the things that I really wish I would have brought. My surgeon told me that I wasn't gonna have to bring it because the nurses were supposed to send me home with it, but they did not, and my nose was running so much the first like 3 days. So I really wish I would have had some medical tape and gauze. I literally was just reusing the same medical tape, and then I would just put, I would wrap up toilet paper. Yeah, don't do that because it will stick to your snot, and it's not a comfortable feeling, but I had no other option. I brought Tylenol. I didn't use it because I had so many other medications. Cough drops was something I was supposed to pack that I forgot. I really wish I would have because my throat was so dry the whole week. Converter plug, make sure you bring one. Long charger. I ended up buying a long charger off Temu for like $4. It was super helpful. I'm glad I brought that. I also packed melatonin. I used it every day, didn't help. I brought Tums just in case I had stomach aches, but I wasn't nauseous at all the whole week. So yeah, that's all I packed. I know some people have like a list of a million things they brought, but yeah, I only used a few things. Main things: Vaseline, ice packs, straws. Make sure you have Q-tips, that's an obvious one. And yeah, the other things you don't really need. Did I feel safe in Turkey as a solo traveler? So I didn't really go outside too often, but when I did to go get food or when I had to go get my cast off, I felt completely fine. I mean, obviously some people are gonna look at you, you have a cast on your nose, but I never felt any judgment really. Rhinoplasty is such a big thing in Turkey, so yeah, you don't have to worry about that. What did I eat throughout the week? So the first day when I got home, I was only eating like yogurt, cheese, lunch meat, and that was really it. I had some protein shakes, and yeah, it's just really hard to move your mouth after rhinoplasty, so yeah, I wasn't really eating too much. The second day I ate like the same thing, super soft stuff, and then on day 3 post-op is when I ordered my first hot meal. I just had a grilled chicken Caesar wrap and fries, and I ate it fine, and then the rest of the week I just ate a bunch of random stuff like pizza, burgers. Like after day 3 you can basically eat whatever you want. To order food I use the app Getter, so I'll put that on the screen. So yeah, you can download that even if you don't have a Turkish number. You can use that. I have a UK number and it worked just fine. There's hundreds of different cuisines and food places you can order from. You can even order from the grocery store if you need something from there. What was my experience like in the hospital? Honestly, I would not say I had an amazing experience in the hospital. My surgeon told me that they were going to be icing my eyes for 15 minutes on, 45 minutes off, 15 minutes on, 45 minutes off for the whole first night until I went to bed. Yeah, that didn't happen. And my eyes were honestly really swollen on that very first day. And I had to ask 4 different times for my eyes to be iced. So yeah, that was really annoying and unfortunate that it took literally like 2 hours for them to bring me freaking ice. But whatever. But yeah, the only time I pushed the call button was when I needed them to take the IV out for me to go to the bathroom. What was the worst thing about my rhinoplasty? The worst thing was definitely sleeping upright. That sucked. Was I able to breathe through my nose? Immediately after surgery, I was able to breathe out of my nose. Also, I believe day 1 and day 2 post-op, I could breathe out of my nose. Either on day 2 or 3, I could not breathe out of my nose, and the rest of the week I could not breathe out of my nose, so that sucked. But as soon as they took the splints out when I got my cast removed, I could breathe just fine, and now I breathe better than ever. I have not had any issues breathing since my rhinoplasty. Can you pick your nose after rhinoplasty? So not gonna lie, I have still been able to pick my nose. Sometimes it's like really hard, so you can't get it out because it's uncomfortable, but if you just take a hot steamy shower and you're standing in there for like 10 minutes, everything kind of just like loosens up, and yeah, you can just pick it right out. Have I blown my nose since my rhinoplasty? Yes. So just yesterday, I blew my nose for the first time and it didn't hurt, felt fine. What was my consultation like? My consultation was pretty fast actually. I was probably only in there with the doctor for about 15-20 minutes. He didn't even ask me to see any inspo photos. He kind of just pulled up my pictures on his little screen and morphed my nose into what it is supposed to look like after surgery. So yeah, his morph that he did was exactly what I wanted, so I didn't even have to show pictures. And yeah, my nose turned out exactly what the simulation photo was. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. Did you have to remove all your jewelry? Yes, you do have to remove all piercings. I'm really sad because my nipple piercing's closed, but it's okay. And yeah, other than that, I just took out my earrings and removed my necklaces, rings, all of that. Okay, last but not least, do I regret my surgery at all? I do not regret my surgery at all. I know a lot of people come out of surgery feeling very depressed or just upset that they did this and wish they wouldn't have, but no, I'm the complete opposite. Honestly, I would say the only time I regretted it was right when the cast got removed. I was insecure like that whole first week, but once you start seeing yourself in the mirror and once the swelling starts to go down a bit, you do become more comfortable with how you look. And yeah, I'm really happy that I did it, to be honest. So yeah, no regrets. I've always wanted the bump off of my nose and it's finally gone, so that's crazy. I never thought I would be able to get a nose job. I'm gonna feel confident for the rest of my life because I did this. So yeah, if you are scared about getting a rhinoplasty, please do not be, because I am not someone who takes pain well, and I did this all by myself. So seriously, don't be scared. I know it's easier said than done. If I can do this all by myself without anyone there with me, you can do it too. Just get the nose job. Look at this. But yeah, I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and if you have any other questions, just comment them down below and I will answer them as soon as I see them. One last little look at my nose. Also, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up or subscribe, especially if you got to the very end. If you don't like my video after watching this whole thing, I don't like you. Just kidding. Alright, see ya.